Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about hard work, specifically the boil a frog slowly approach to muscle building. What the hell does that mean? I'll tell you in just a bit. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, so much talk about hard work on YouTube fitness, right? Hard work, you got to work hard, you got to work harder, you got to work harder every day, plus ones, all this kind of stuff. And you guys are just saturated with it to the point where a lot of you guys that are messaging me think you need to take every set close to failure, right? You need to take every set close to failure, or else you're not working hard. You're not working hard, right? You're not working hard. Well, is that the only way, right? Is that the golden way? Is that the only path? Taking every set to failure. Well, let me backtrack a little bit. My training for a long, long time was every set for as many quality reps as possible, stopping that set when you feel like you might fail on the next rep or when form starts to break down. So I practice safe sets, right? Almost on every set. Well, that was my approach. And when I wrote the book Massive Iron, and it's a solid approach. You're getting the most out of your training. You're maximizing your training. There's nothing wrong with this approach. But that was my approach based on my experiences, right? So when I started to train people, I realized that people have jobs, people have stress, people have lives, people are new to training hard. So maybe pushing every set hard wasn't exactly the right way to push everyone right out of the gate, right? And I realized it's not always sustainable. You can't really continue to push every set close to failure for 10 years. It's going to drain you. It's going to beat you up. And it's completely not required when it comes to building maximal muscle. Now, hear me out. We're going to get into the boil a frog slowly scenario. I'm not saying not work hard. My clients have about half of their sets where they're pushing very deep into the sets. I don't like to use the term failure, but they are pushing sets for as many quality reps as they can, stopping the set when they feel like they're going to fail on the next rep or when form is going to break down. So we're working on progression. About half of our sets are like that, and I find it's pretty sustainable for most people. So when you push, here's the thing, when you push a set close to failure, the set intensity, the relative set intensity is right to the limit, right? Right to the limit. So if you feel you need to push every set right to the limit, then you have a high degree of set intensity. But what about an alternative approach? Using the slow boil, putting a frog in cold water and slowly turning up the temperature over time so the frog doesn't notice it, but you eventually get harder and harder and harder and harder and harder, and at the end of the road, you boil the frog. What does this mean in the training world, okay? So you have the push every set to the limit approach, but what if I took somebody, 20 of you, and put you on a sample protocol like this. On bench, we're going to start with 5 sets of 10. Really moderate, lightweight. On squats, we're going to start with 5 sets of 8. We're going to drop the reps a little bit. We're not going to push every set for maximum reps. We're only going to kind of push that last set for maximum safe quality reps. So let's say you start on squats, 135 for 8, 8, 8, 8, and then max safe reps. And we're going to progress more intuitively, right? Very few sets are pushed to the limit. So we're kind of slowly boiling that frog. We're kind of bringing up the intensity. So over time, you move your bench and your squat and whatever other lifts from that type of protocol where you're slowly adding weight over 3 to 5 years, and you reach an endpoint where your bench is like 225 for 5 sets of 10 or 205 for 5 sets of 10. Your squat is like 275 to 315 for 5 sets of 8. And you're at the end of the road. You haven't performed a lot of your sets with intensity, but you've done the slow boil approach. You've slowly, over time, progressed, cranked up the heat, and performed very few sets, maybe just that last set for max quality safe reps. So you've used kind of the opposite approach, not the hard every set, but more an infrequent approach to turning up the complete intensity. Yet over 3 to 5 years, you're a hell of a lot stronger than you are now, and the result is you're going to have a ton of quality muscle mass. So what is the point here? What's the point in this video? Hard work can take many forms. I want to repeat that. Hard work can take many forms, many shapes, and there's many different ways. That's why when you look at the training of 1,000 different people that have reached their natural potential, that are big and strong or whatever the hell they are, they all got there 1,000 different ways. So to think you only need to train one way, every set balls deep, every set maximum reps, every set close to failure, nonsense. Is that a good way? Yeah, it's a perfectly fine way. But over the course of time, it doesn't really matter how you get there. If you boil the frog very slowly and move up using reps very slowly and have very few sets push close to failure, or if you push every set close to failure, that's the point of this video. It does not fucking matter as long as you get to the end point using reasonable variables, standards of hypertrophy. Be consistent with your training. Be consistent with your nutrition. Use a reasonable amount of volume. Use a reasonable exercise selection. Have a progression approach, a defined progression approach. All that happy horse shit, right? If you have those things in place, doesn't matter if you do the aggressive, crank up the heat 100%, or if you do the slow boil. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.